Hey guys, welcome back. I accidentally went through 25 minutes of client side and I lost the video, so I have to restart. So, anyway, hopefully I don't miss anything. Okay, so in the last video we talked about JWT tokens. We created JWT tokens client side and passed them back to the or server side and passed them back to the client. And in this video, we're going to be using a client to consume that, use the data, and so on from there. Okay, so without spending too much time on this, I don't really want to create a Vue app from scratch, so because it takes a little bit too much time. So Vue CLI is a great tool to create Vue applications just right off the bat. So you need to install it globally, and then in order to use it, we use Vue init, and I'm going to use Webpack because I like Webpack, and then client.example.com, like so, and that will build a project for us. I want vue-router, I don't want to land, don't need that stuff. Use npm. The Yarn guys are probably gnashing of teeth right now because I'm not using Yarn, but that's okay. And this should build. Come on. Gets all the stuff. Come on. Okay. So client like so. We need to install Pug because as you guys have heard me say a million times, I do not like HTML. I'll use JS cookie. I'll explain that in a minute. And then we need socket cluster client. Oh no, we're not using. What am I doing? We're not using socket cluster in this video. Axios. Wow. Axios. Save. There we go. Okay. Let that load. Alright. Let's go in. Oh, it didn't. Oh, come on, Sublime. There we go. Okay, we have our basic application. We can say npm run dev, like so. And we should have their basic application. Now, of course, we don't want all the junk that comes with it. There isn't that much, but we don't need that logo. It's going to freak out about that. We don't need the hello world. We don't need this garbage right there. We're going to use our own routes. So empty array, like so. Save that. It's going to freak out some more. We don't need that logo. We want Pug. We don't like HTML. HTML is gross. And then let's see. Oh, darn it. Indentation. I don't know why. What is it doing? There we go. Like two spaces is too hard to read in my opinion. I really don't like it. Okay, and we have a beautifully created application, perfect for user experience. A blank page, perfect. Tell your boss you're done, right? Push that to production. All right, so we're good there. Now let's create some basic components. Let's see, we need a dashboard. Just like a landing page of some sort, and then we also need a session component so we can create sessions. We need an index file for the children, like so. We'll just use this real quick template. Lang pug template. Of course, it needs a router view. View script. Export default name session, close the tag, script, like so. We'll copy and paste that for the create.view, paste that in, h3 session create, session create, like so. We'll copy and paste that for the dashboard. This is going to be an index.view. Dashboard. Okay, dashboard. Save that. We want history mode for our router because history mode is really cool. And we'll post that. Oh, again with the indentation. Oh my gosh, there we go. Okay, we need to load these components. So const dashboard equals import at we got components dashboard. Oh, spelled that. Index.view. And then we need to routes. Routes. Oh my gosh. Routes.push that component itself. Oh gosh. Path dashboard. Oh, actually, which one? Root. And then the component for this is dashboard. We can copy and paste that for the session. Session, like so, and session, and then of course this is actually going to be session, and it's going to have one child, children, like so. Oh, come on, path. Oh, we don't need / create component. It's going to be session create, which we'll create right now. Oh, copy and paste. Caps lock. Create. Save that. Oh, what did it do? What did it complain about? Oh, comma. There we go. Now I can come into here. It should say dashboard. Good. And I should be able to go to session create, and it should show session create. Why did it not do that? Session create children. Isn't that right? Create. What's going on here? npm run dev. That should have just worked. Getting text messages. There we go. Oh, because history mode. There we go. And then you'll see. All right. So now we have session create, and we also have dashboard. Now we want to send them from dashboard to session create if they're not authenticated. So we're going to do that in the root. We're going to say, let's see, we need to have a data object here, data function. Oops, that returns an object. Oh, gross. More two-space indentation. I really don't like indentation. There we go. Okay. Tab that over. Tab that over. Authenticated is false. Okay. And now we need to have router middleware. So router.be for each. And I believe it's 2 from next, I think. Well, we'll find out real quick if that's not right. And then router.after each 2 from. Okay, we're going to say if. Oh, we need to have meta. Oh, let's do this here. Return. See, the middleware is working because it didn't actually finish middleware. There you go. Inside the router itself, we need to have let the router know whether it needs to require auth. So we'll say meta requires. Actually, we should do this. Auth true, and then we're gonna do false, and then false. There we go. Okay, so let's see. All right. Okay, so we need to say if to.path.requires or meta auth and not router.app.authenticated. And we return next session create if to.path is equal to session create and router.app and router.app.authenticated. Then return to next. That should be all the authentication we need. Yep, and it forces us to session create. We try to go to dashboard, and it says, no, you are not authenticated. So now we have our client side very, 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 very basic authentication check. We have in our router, we say what routes require authentication, which is nice and easy. And of course, you can split this out into separate files once you get a bigger application. And then we have our middleware here that says, hey, if the route requires authentication but you're not authenticated, then you need to put you on the page to get authenticated. All right, we should be good. So on our create page here, we now need to create a little bit of boilerplate for session create. Let me think about this for a second. I think I don't want to add any kind of CSS framework, but in a little bit I'm going to need one. So let's do something really simple. I don't want to get too much into CSS framework. Let's do a really simple one. npm install UI. Can't believe it's UI kit. Wow. Let's go find out. UI kit. Getting started. Where's the? Oh, there's no dash on it. UI kit. Save. Okay. I need to load the CSS for that. Put it in our main up here. We'll say import UI kit. Oh, I don't even know the path to that. It's gonna probably not gonna show up. No modules. UI kit. UI kit. There it is. It's dist. Oh, okay. Dist CSS. Okay. UI kit dist distribution, basically CSS, and now we want UI kit.min.css, and then we want the JavaScript of UI kit min.js. And then might as well grab the icons as well, huh? Icons JS. Bless you. Save. Okay. That should give us just enough CSS to do what we want. We're going to probably want just a quick navigation bar. So let's add that real quick. Oh, we need to add two more things. We need to add it for authenticated or not. We also need to add a loading as well. Let's do that first, actually. Default loading true. And then on our router up here, we say vshow root.loading if we're not loading. And that should hide for not loading. And then, losing track of my pages here. Should not show that at all. There we go. Oh, npm run dev. That's why it wasn't working. Then we need a loading GIF. Loading GIF images. Something real quick, just simple. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That one's cool. Save image as Nick projects Go source learning GoLang example static. We'll say no loading like so. We'll save that. Save. We'll come in here. We'll do in here we'll do image source static go like so. That should just show up. There we go. And then we say vshow if loading. Okay. And then now we need to say here we'll say router.app.loading equals false. There. So you see when we refresh, well, it's really quick. We'll do a little timeout here. Set timeout. Um, 500 just to show it. There you go. See that? Okay. All right, and let's lower that to like 100. Okay. There we go. And now you make that in the center. Oh, UI kit. Yeah. We're gonna do that. UI kit center image. I think it's like align center or something. It's like UK align. I don't know if that's it. I don't think that's actually it. It might be. That's not it, because we're not. I still don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. It's something else. I remember doing this before. It is. Align center. That might be it. So I've done this before. It's some. Oh well, now it's only center. It's not in the middle of the. Let's try. There's one class to do both these. I'm pretty certain of it, because I remember. This is not right. There's one class to do all these. Well, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in CSS. This works for now. But you'll see we have loading. Oh, and I want to add a little bit of padding to my application too, because I don't like. We'll just do UK. We'll just do UK container for now. Container. There we go. And then refresh. A little bit of padding. Good enough for now. Okay. So now we need to create an actual login page. So we need a div, because all Vue components have to have one root component. We'll do it in a form. Oh, that's the V2 docs. It might be why that's not working. Align center. Alignment. Well, let's just not worry about that right now. Okay, UK input. Let's see, we want an actual form. Okay, so we're gonna do. Don't we want an actual form? Where's the field? Form stack. That's what I was looking for right there. That is what I want. Because then I can do this. Div label email, and then input, put out UK input, type is text, and that should show up. Oh, it's a little bit too much there. We'll fix that in a second. Okay, form label like so. You know what? Let's do. let's actually do horizontal. I think that actually looks better. We'll do horizontal, like so. And then UK controls, UK input. That should handle it. Yeah, for now that looks better. We're just going to do a little bit of dirty CSS here. Style, margin, top, 100 px, just to show it actually working. There you go, email, and then we'll do, where's the width here? Width, UK width 3, UK grid, div.uk grid, grid, div 3, cut this stuff into here like so. There we go. Okay. Now we need a password in there as well. So password. Oh, that looks pretty ugly, doesn't that? Well, we'll do a card. Card. Form. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's better. That works. Man, it's still kind of ugly, but it works for now. We'll just do that. It works. And then we'll do. I feel like I'm missing a form tag or something on these divs. It doesn't feel. There's some sort of spacing missing here. I'm not sure what it is. Something's wrong. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, anyway, you can go look through different UI kit CSS and get something that looks pretty for you. I'm not going to worry too much more. I'm spending a lot of time on CSS. We're just going to go back to. We're just going to get something to post to the server from. Let's see here. Button. .uk button, and we want a green button that says submit. So let's go to button here. UK button, we need success. UK button dot success type button, like so, and then login. There we go, it should show up. There we go. And then we're going to say @click prevent default. @click. Okay, and we're back. @click dot prevent login. And we'll do methods. Login. Oh, we don't have a data object. We need to add that. Return, save email, empty email, password, empty password. We need to vmodel those guys here and here, here and here. Vmodel. There we go. Okay. And then just to make sure, let VM equal this. And then console log VM. Just a quick little sanity check to make sure that everything's running the way it should. Well, what are we missing here? Reload prevented. @click. What am I doing here? I think that's an old error. Yeah, it must be an old error. Oh, we don't need that. So let's do this and this. Login. Good to go. Okay. And then we will say, let's see, I don't really want to spend a lot of time creating Axios wrapper, but I feel like I don't have much of a choice. So let's go ahead and do that. Modules. Oh, I messed that up. Rename modules like so. We'll create a server module, server.js, export default, and then we'll say request. You know what? Let's actually create a Vue plugin. That might be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Open file, source, projects. Here. Let's see, modules. I believe it's not going to work. I have one here, I believe. Source, modules, store. Is this where I did it? Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, I'll explain what I'm doing here in just a second. Import Axios from Axios. There we go. And then we can say class server constructor, and then say new server. And we'll pass in stuff from here. There we go. We'll actually pass in the options from here like so. There we go. You want this to be server, not alert, clearly. Server. Okay, and this is going to be the ops, like so, and then we're going to go into our main up here, and we'll say import server from at modules server.js, and then we'll say vue-use. Oops, vue.use here. We'll pass in options here. Save that. Now what should happen is when I save this, it should log out this test here in the constructor. So basically what I'm doing is I'm attaching this .server to all the components, so you can call this wrapper anywhere in the application. So it should just do it. And why did it? Oh, because it's outside. Darn it. npm run dev. Hot reload works for most things. Sometimes it doesn't. Syntax error. What did I mess up here? It should just go, right? View server, new server ops. Try not. Oh, there we go. I didn't save it. Okay. So you'll see basically what it does. There's only one component right now, which is why you see that, because the lazy. Let's see, you're seeing the lazy loading basically working. But what it does is it loads server here. And creates a new instance of server, so we can do stuff later on in this component, like vm.server, and then we're going to do something like this, request, and then probably login, something like that. All right, and then of course we'll wrap it in promises, and we can do then data, and then catch error, like so, nice and easy. Okay, and then we need to npm install alertify JS, save. npm install vue-to-alertify JS, save. This one actually hasn't been tested yet. That should be published. There we go. Copy and paste this guy in. So we have just some notification for our it's up here, it's up there. There we go. We're gonna actually take this like so. Hopefully that will just work. npm run dev. I've actually never tested this right out of the box before. It should just work. This gives us the ability to notify, create little cool little CSS stuff anywhere in the application. I'll show you in just a second as soon as I get this up and running. Okay, and then inside here we'll say mounted, right? Mounted. This dot alert test, and it should just pop up with CSS. Oop. See that? Now we have cool little notifications and stuff inside the application. Okay, so we get errors and whatnot. We can pop up errors. Okay, and we should have a server connection. Now we need to post to the server with Axios. So let's do npm Axios. Oh, we need to save our cookie as well. We'll do that first. So cookies, we need to go into our main file up here. And we'll say import cookies from JS cookie. And then we will grab, where did it go? We'll say cookie get, like so. And we'll say on mounted. Oh, it's a function. Mounted. Let VM equals this. Cookies.get. Let cookie equals cookies.get. And then we'll say, let's see. Started equals false. We'll say if not app started, we're just going to return we don't want any routing allowed at all for the moment. And then we'll say this dot server dot connect our test. We'll pass the cookie in. We'll actually use that as a promise. Response, and then VM or app started equals true, and then we'll say VM dot router dot push path response dot path, and then test auth. So in here we need to create a function that says test auth, return new promise, resolve reject. We'll actually do an async function here as well. There we go. Okay, so you say we'll return resolve path session create, because there's not going to be any cookie here. cookie. If not cookie, we'll return, yeah, that's what we'll do right here. Okay. So now console testing cookie. Testing cookie. Okay. So basically what's happening here is we go and we test to see if our cookie is authenticated. If our cookie is not authenticated, we return the path to where we want to go, which is testing create. Because, hey, you don't have a cookie. So now what we need to do is we need to set this cookie on login, and then it should just handle it properly. Like so. Okay. Now watch this. See the session create. Actually, we're going to do true or false, actually. I think that's actually a better way to go. And we'll return the packet from like so, and then we'll say in here, we'll say, you know, if token, we'll say, oh, actually, app started actually always needs to be true no matter what. Let path equal to session create. If token, then path is equal to here, and then vm.authenticated is equal to true, like so, and then we'll put the path in like so. There we go. And now what I can do is I can actually pass something in here like so, and it should send us to dashboard. See that? So if there's a cookie set on the browser, it should just put us into the dashboard. Now, of course, on the test, we're actually going to call the server and make sure that the cookie is actually set. But there we go. Okay, so now we need to actually call the server. So npm axios. Okay. So let's see, what's the best way to do this? Well, we need to actually set our cookie, or the header for the GET request on auth check, and then we also need to, we're going to hard code the host name for now. .url is going to be equal to http localhost port 3000, and then for the test, we're going to say let auth check URI equal to, say, / auth check, like so. And we're going to say axios here, get, so say let response equal to await x, or we're going to actually just, I don't like the uppercase of that, axios dot get URL is going to be let vm equal this, or it's going to be self because we're not part of the view model here. Self dot base URL plus auth check URI and console log response for that, and we should get 404. What do we get here? Auth check what's going on? Catch error, console log error. Is that what happened? Yep, okay. So 404 undefined. We should be able to get. Why are we not getting an error on here? Console log 1. We should be getting that error message. Console log 2. We should be getting that. We should be getting the error. That's the error from the server. This guy right here, auth check. Unable to mark. Or we should be getting this one here. Get user from token. It should say no token. If length of token value is less than 1, then we should be able to. Oh, we're not doing this. Return. Let's say. And then we can say log.print ln ignoring request no token present, and then we go into here and remake our server, and then I can come into here F12, and then it should, oop, wrong one, or F12, this guy needs to close down, F12, and we should be able to do refresh here and see, why is it not posting to the server here? Should say self.base URL plus console log auth check URI localhost 3000 auth check. But look, it's trying to hit 8080 session. What is going on here? Failed to status code 404 not found. Huh, that's very strange. Why is it? Let's go see what I was doing before, because I had this working before. Projects, v4, client, source, modules, or plugins maybe? Yeah, there we go, server. Okay. URI and then the config. Okay. Let's try that. What am I? Oh. Huh. Did I close it down? Looks like I closed it down. It's not good. Okay, source learning, client example. Source, module, server. We'll just do this for now. We'll put the URI into the GET request like so, with no config, and it should at least give me. Let's pull it out of a single wait, and just do it this way. With callbacks. Then data console log to console log data, and this stuff here will get put out for now, and we will try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, whatever we go, 101. Ah, that is strange why I was not doing that in async. Wait, look at that, it's working just fine now. Unauthorized. That's right. Okay, well, we'll keep it out of async await for now. That's fine. Something with that. Okay, so if there's an error here, then we're going to resolve false, like so. So we'll say if there's, well, first we need to do this. If there's no cookie, we need to return false. If there's an error, we'll also return false as well. So we'll say return false if there's an error. If there's not an error, then we'll handle that here in a minute. Okay, so we should, there we go. Okay, so our auth check is at least working. Now we need to actually post a login request. So we'll say login, and we'll say email password. We will let self equal this, return new promise, resolve reject. Okay, and then we'll say if not email or not password, return reject, email is required. Okay, and then we'll do let auth login URI is equal to self.base URL plus auth login. I'll say axios.post auth login URI. We need to pass in the options, which post is data. What's the data on that? Data, there we go. Data, email, and password. Okay, and then we'll say, let's tab this over one more. There we go. Dot then data console log 1 console log data catch error console log 2 console error. And then our component session here, create, we need to request, or this is actually going to be, we're just going to do login. vm.email, vm.password. Okay, and then we should be able to see something from the server. So let's go ahead and save that, like so. We'll do F12 like so we can read our console log. nick@mail.com, and then I believe it was just test, I think. Okay, go. Unauthorized, okay. 33. So auth login 33. Credentials do not match. So the first thing we need to do is do log.println from email, and the same thing for password, and just see if it's even sending it in, just in case. So let's go here. Okay, and then here. nick@mail.com, test, go. Okay, so we're not actually getting the post data. For client, source, plugins, server. Okay, I did a post request. I was doing data status. Let's see. We had to do Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. It doesn't work unless you query string your packet. I forgot about that. npm install qs. You have to, for whatever reason with Axios, unless you stringify your data, Go doesn't grab it. Now I'm not sure why that is, but it is the case. So I need to stringify the packet data. Easy enough. So we'll go to here and we'll say import QS from QS, and this guy here will be qs.stringify, like so. That should work. npm run dev. Okay, refresh. nick@mail.com test, and it should show up. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second and figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. For whatever reason, when you do access.post, I couldn't get it to work, but I did method post URL and then data and stringify that data. Then it worked. Look, status 200. Yay! And look, there's our token and there's our user data. Hooray! What a pain. Okay, so quick note for future reference: don't use axios.post, axios.get, any of that garbage. Just pass in a config and set the method and the URL. I forgot in my other when I was actually doing that, I have a switch that handles all the configuration. You can see this is a lot more complicated. Anyway, and I just was trying to do something quick and I forgot that was the case. But you'll see, we'll just do a quick refresh to show I'm not BSing here. Nick, oh gosh dang it, why is it? nick@mail.com test, and boom. Okay, and we'll do T just to show the passwords. Look, wrong login. Okay, so we can say here, we can say if error, we'll say return reject invalid credentials, like so. And then here on catch we'll say vm dot notify error, and that should pop up when I do nick@mail.com T. It should pop up with a error. Danger. Don't. Oh, you. nick@mail.com T. It's the other way. Maybe it's the other way. It's probably the other way. Danger. Error. Trivial, but it's bothering me. mail.com T and okay, well, we'll get the styling's messed up. I'll figure that out later. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if it's because Alertify is not installed properly. I'm betting that has something to do with that. Either way, okay. I'm not too worried about it. We get the notification. I'm not worried about it not showing. Well, you know, it is bothering me. Alertify JS. It is notify sample success. Why is that not working? Isn't danger one of the ones? I am fairly certain danger is one of the ones. nick@mail.com T and come on. Okay, danger must not be one of the ones. Otherwise, but you see the notifier. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, so if it is proper, then we will return resolve. Oh, actually, we need to go back to console log in that because I'm not actually sure the format that it's in. Test. Okay. data. So data.token config. Okay, response data. So we can say return resolve response.data. Save like so. This guy here can say console log data like so. Refresh. We'll say nick@mail.com test. We'll get our token and our user data like so, and then we'll say vm.root.auth, and we'll pass in our data. And then on main over here we'll have a auth function, methods auth. It's gonna have token and user. Oh, it's gonna freak out because I don't have it wrapped in parentheses. There we go. And then, isn't that right? Why is it doing that to me? Auth. That doesn't feel right. There we go. Something's not right here. Well, that's okay. Data. We'll say let user token equal to data console log user console log token. There we go. Refresh. Make sure we're good to go. nick@mail.com test. Okay, good. So now I can say cookies dot set get api.example.com token. Okay, that should, and then we can say user vm.user is equal to user, or empty, right? Empty. There we go. And then we say vm.router.push path. There we go. Okay, now we have that set. Now the question is, when we refresh and send to the server, we're going to need to handle a proper auth check here. So we're going to need to do this instead. We're going to see let config equals URL is auth check EURI. Method is get, and then we're going to have to go back to, just to save some time, I was doing that before, source plugin server. That's what I was doing right there. Headers. Okay. With that. And that should be all I need. And then we can pass this into here. Get rid of that. Like so. And we should be, well, we'll just to save time, we'll do that. Save, and this should all work. It should just work. We should get to here after we log in. Okay, Nick at mail. Oh, one last thing. We did not send authenticate to true. That is something I almost made a mistake, almost forgot about. So true. There we go. Okay. Gosh dang it. There you go. Okay. Nick at mail.com. Test. And don't blow up. Work. Where'd that come from? Oh, let VM equals this. That's why. Oh, it actually did set the cookie. Look at that. All right. So, we need this over here. We need this. Turn resolve data, like so. And here we have data token, if token path, and then data there we go. Look, on refresh. Look at that. It's just working. That's cool. We got it all the way through, guys. All right. Yay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, all that work, and we got it all done. So basically what we're doing, quick recap, is we are on load. We are checking to see if there's a cookie. If there is a cookie, we send it to the server. We validate the cookie and then use that cookie data to set user data. If there's not a cookie, then we send them to the login page. On login, we press the login button. We go to the server. We request login. And we get a login. Once we are successful on that login, we set user data again. And then we push to dashboard. We are good, guys. That is it. All right. Whew. How painful was that? All right. So this is a very long video. A lot of data has been gone over. If you have any questions or anything, please post below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you see anything that you think is wonky and you think I should be doing better, please post that as well. I'd love to have a discussion with you. Here is a app that has full front-end communication. We're using Axios for login. We're using cookies and JWT tokens. Oh, that was really cool. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Please post below once again, and I'll see you next time.